Good afternoon, everybody. If you haven't worked it out, and Beth has already introduced me, I'm Boyd, father of the bride. Yes, of course, to my left, and even more important, is equally my talented daughter, Emma. Emma Bell. And husband, Matthew Bell, and equally proud parents, Susan and Stuart. It truly gives me great pleasure to welcome everybody. We may not know each other well, which no doubt will change throughout the course of the day, but we all have one thing in common. Collectively, we are the very special family and friends that are dear to Matthew and Emma, and who they want to share their special day with. Emma hates to be late, and to my knowledge has only been late once in her life. She was very reluctant to come into the world and was in fact several weeks late. She then proceeded to down 2 whole bottles back to back. Hardly surprising, she was nearly 10 pounds. I must admit, we did get a little concerned when Emma was younger. As you are all no doubt aware, she has a very competitive streak, even then. We have so many happy memories as she grew up. Fearless, athletic, she loved riding and everything horsey. Music, all sorts of sports, canoeing, photography, arts and crafts. And she was, and still is, always eager to have a go at everything. It was at university she first met Matthew. In those early days, she never mentioned him too much. Certainly didn't seem glazy-eyed when she mentioned him or when asked her how it was going, but things were definitely smouldering. It became clear that Emma had deeply fallen for Matthew, and over the last several years, we have come to know Matthew very well. I couldn't have wished for a better person that Emma ardently wants to share her life with. Stuart and Sue, you raised a remarkable lad. Thank you. Emma, today, of all those memories, another proud memory for your dad, and I hope for you. What a dress. Look at you. You're pretty, you're talented, you're clever, you're accomplished, well-travelled. What more could a dad want from a daughter? We love you, all right?
Of all the time that's passed between them and now forging their bond, whether gardening together, DIYing, or driving anywhere they can in Matthew's second pride and joy, his Caterham, it's difficult to top the Beamish Museum experience. So on the 10th of December 2022, bedecked with snow, Beamish became the perfect backdrop for Matthew's precision planning. With their 1902 Armstrong Whitworth in prime position, the stage was set for Matthew's secret marriage proposal. Emma, of course, said yes. Now, these memorable events all contribute to you being here today, sharing in the experience of this, their wedding day, and supporting Matthew and Emma in their new journey as husband and wife. Here's wishing them good luck and great happiness with all that the future will bring them.
Emma, do you remember our first trip to Beamish? It was shortly after we met, and even then, I knew you were incredible. You were genuine, and I loved that about you. Since then, we've shared so many adventures, In Iceland, we sat in hot pots in brave blizzards. In Timor-Leste, we hitchhiked with the American Army and ran from hornets while you'd explored palaces. We've road tripped across Scotland. We've spent endless weekends exploring cafes in search of the perfect dessert. I cherish your adventurous spirit, your values, who you are as a person, and who we are together. You've supported me in countless ways, more than I can ever express. I vow to always support you and show understanding through any challenges we face. I promise to trust you in our adventures, and I'll ensure that we stay safe. Most importantly, I will always make you feel cherished, loved, and seen. I will love you without a single string attached.
As everyone here is no doubt aware, Emma is one of those people who elevates everyone around her, and you never come away from an encounter without feeling a couple of inches taller. Certainly a good thing for me. She's always there for her friends, and it shows. In the years she's been in my life, she's always there to offer sage advice, give her honest opinion, or just to need to listen to. And it's always accompanied with a great sense of humour. Her hospitality and generosity are unparalleled. I think today's a good example of that. And I just want to thank her. I'm always struck by your kindness, your determination, hard work and your wisdom. I really do count you amongst the closest of my friends, and I think that's a good thing, because we're both certainly stuck with Matthew at this point. Yeah. So that's it. Finally, if you'd all raise your glasses and join me in toasting the newly married Mr. and Mrs. Bell.
Matthew. There's many a day where a happy tear falls at a passing thought of how much I love you. Today being one of them. I have no doubt that this will still be me a lifetime from now. Your patience teaches me patience. Your generosity encourages me to give more. Your forgiveness shows me how to forgive. And if you ever doubt yourself, know that who you are let me learn to be the person I sought to be, and to pause and appreciate all that we have together and each other. Nothing is a more cherished gift as it's one I receive every day. On our journey so far, I learned something important, that it's okay for us and life around us to have imperfections, and that gracefully accepting these allows us to grow. And that's why we're getting married, because we aren't perfect. At our core, we're committed to trying every day to be better for us. And I hope to tell you every day, but should I forget or be not quite able to, I tell you now, that you are my safety, and I promise always to be yours. That I promise you patience, fairness, and forgiveness. That I'll cherish who you are and every day with you, standing beside you through all the seasons on the paths we forged individually and together. That I will never stop seeking to be better for us, and most of all, I tell you that I love you and vow always to put us first.
And make some noise for Mr. and Mrs. Bell! Today, my love, I am giving you a meadow. A meadow is a wonderful place to begin something new. We have seen this full run of seasons, summer, autumn, winter and spring, passed over in each other's eyes, held hand in hand. I know the seasons, what the seasons look like on your face. I am comforted. I am hopeful. I am sure. So now in this summer, I give you a meadow, full of wildflower, full of promise, so we may begin in earnest. Let me tell you how I want to build your garden here. A corner devoted to each season. There, daffodils in spring. Here, leaves in autumn. From an oak tree that bends but cannot break in winter storms. And every year, roses in summer, blooming over and over, recounting the fragrance by which I loved you first and love you now. I long to see the trees grow older and take their shape against the prevailing wind, provide some shelter for each sacred herb and flower that may feed us and sit at the end of the day beside you, always beside you. Let us be entwined together, anchored securely in this earth, never one removed from the other, each bringing life to the other. Today, I give you a meadow. Tomorrow,